All right, so Francis pointed out that there is a new video that the Daily Mail put out. It has a great timeline laying out all the timestamps of the events through March 24th and 25th. I'm going to link that in the description. It is hosted on Facebook, so you will have to go watch it over there. But part of that video includes footage of car 2, the second part of the car after Grace Jabari has met the strangers on the sidewalk, and they continue off camera in that part of the surveillance video footage to where the car has now pulled up, looking for its former passengers. Now, at that point in time, we've heard from testimony and from a description of this video that they get in this car, that Jonathan gets in the car, Jabari follows right behind him. They get in on the side of the door that's closest to the sidewalk, and then in seconds. So Chloe thought it was 30 seconds, Grace Jabari thought it was like 2 minutes, and then the video, it's just a mere matter of seconds, like 5 seconds. Jonathan Majors is already exiting on the other side of the car through that door into the road with Jabari pulling at him, and that's apparently when you see the white shirt unveil because the button on his jacket just popped. Now, when Jonathan Majors gets to the hotel, he did take pictures of his ripped coat pocket and his coat buttons being popped off and attributes it to this moment. And on cross-examination, even though Jabari tried to resist, she eventually conceded that yes, his white shirt is suddenly apparent under that jacket during this video. So we get to see that clip. So this is car 1. And when I say car 1, I mean car part 1, not 3 different cars. And now there aren't timestamps on this video, but this was like 45 after midnight, 45 minutes after midnight-ish. They're replaying it. This isn't a second time. This is just a replay. And the jury did ask to see this in slow motion, by the way, the clip we just watched. So now we have timestamps again, but this looks like incorrect. It's at 25 minutes. Now the hand closest to us and the ear closest to us are supposed to be where the injuries are in this clip. Now watch her hand. Hold on, pause there. I didn't see his face this clear in the other clips with this footage. But look at his facial expression here when it's really close. He looks like he's like, come on, man. Now this is the button. He's clearly getting out first. There's arms moving, you see her hair. Let's watch this again, because this quality is crazy. And peep the timestamp, that was 54 minutes in that last timestamp. So about 10 minutes have gone by since car 1. You can see the arms, like, the color of her shirt. Oh my god, is that the driver? Right at the end. She gets real calm as soon as it's, like, out in the open now. But remember, the friends are, like, nearby at this point in time, the newly befriended strangers. And then in the Facebook video, there is a timeline overlay, which is pretty helpful, but it's shaped to be a reel, so it's not really that zoomed in for optimal viewing of this moment. He goes up and looks at his face. Is that what that was? He was looking at his face. I mean, maybe it was just a vanity moment, but he did have that one nick on his like chin and his beard line. But yeah, this Facebook video has all the timestamps laid out, the one that Francis sent over. That's the ripped coat and the buttons. And then we did have a different angle with this video of some of the bathroom. I don't know if anything important is in it, but that looks like maybe a vitamin or supplement container. I think there's a brand that makes right? It looks like it has one of those supplement type lids. And look at all the mirrors, by the way, all the mirrors that she didn't look into at all that night. I don't really see signs of packing. So maybe not that interesting, but my takeaway here is we have another instance like 10 minutes after the first car incident where Grace Jabari is still doing the same thing that she did in car 1, which is not wanting him to separate from her, following him out of the car. I don't think that that footage was very clear, but at the same time, it did sort of show a lot of swinging, a lot of arms, like, and then also that small peek at the bathroom. Not really signs to me that someone was packing up, and I also find it really hard to believe that she didn't look in the mirror that night, especially while she was supposedly injured way earlier and took off her makeup, did her makeup routine or whatever, and people look in the mirror when they walk by. Same thing, I think it's interesting that Jonathan Majors is looking in the mirror somewhere when he's arriving at the hotel and there's surveillance footage. To me, not much of this is very obvious or conclusive. It's just tidbits, right? And most importantly, it's demonstrative that 10 minutes after Jonathan Majors allegedly committed this assault against Grace Jabari, she's still engaging in the same behavior where she's clearly not afraid, she's not intimidated, she's not alarmed. And if she had been harmed at this point, it's not impeding her ability to continue to grab and use her hands. But yeah, that's just my quick take. I saw this footage and I know not everybody's over on X. Shout out to Francis for pointing this out, and I will put both links. The Facebook one is the one with the timestamps embedded into it, and then the one through the Daily Mail website is like the landscape, so it just seems like it's not cropped if you want to see the full landscape version. But that's all I've got. Let me know if this footage is compelling or significant to you at all. Take care.